We will start with the first process from the three processes that we talked about. We will give an explanation about it, and we will give some tools and techniques we can use in it. And then later on in our practical example, we can take a detailed example of how we can do that, or some examples of how we can do, how we can use each tool and technique. But first of all, we need to distinguish between two types of costs. The first one is the indirect cost, and the second one is the direct one. And if we start with the indirect, it means all the costs that are not linked to the project activities directly. Here we are talking about costs like mobilization, office preparation, taxes, and telephones. And you can add to it the electricity and internet, for example. And here, all those costs cannot be linked to one single activity in the project by itself. Then it is called an indirect cost. And we can also add here the personnel cost, like the engineers, the project manager, the accountants, and everybody that work in the project and not doing the work itself. And it is called in some places the white collar costs. So here, all the costs that are not linked directly to the activities. And the direct costs are all the costs that are linked directly to the project's activity, like material costs. And those costs are subject to the variable quantities in the project. So if we increase the project quantities, those direct costs affect directly, but those indirect may not be affected unless there is a change of time or something. And then here we have all the costs that are linked directly to the project activities. The material, the equipment, and also subcontracting costs. And here we can also add the manpower costs that are doing the work exactly like and they are called the blue collar costs, or the blue collar manpower. So this is the difference between indirect and direct costs, and we will talk later on how we can estimate each one of them.